Howdy, folks. So, welcome back to Palworld. Give me just one moment to get into the game, and we'll get things started here. Let's see here. Hold on. Cursor went away. There we go. And there we are. Okay. So, welcome back. Where am I at this point? Let me familiarize myself with where I left off. Apparently, got sulfur. I am. What level am I? 15? You're still in, like, crossbow technology. And working our way down the level list. I have, of course, been playing other Palworld games in between my streams, so I do know a little bit more than I did when I first started. That being said, of course, I don't intend to, like, take the fast track to the end of the game or anything like that. I mean, I'm not even at the end of the game in my playthrough. But I don't know. I'm a little bit. Oh, I'm overburdened. I'm a little bit further than this in other games. Oh, I've learned a few things. Looks like we're getting a raid. This seems fairly familiar. What do I have? Okay. So this is fairly common. You know, you hop in within the first, like, 5 minutes, it seems. You get raided. Come on, guy. That's... and that just seems to be how things go sometimes. Is that all of them? I mean, other than this guy? Okay. Wasn't quite expecting only 3 guys to attack. Usually there's like a good 8 or more. But then, I guess I've been a little more familiar with a little bit later game. But anyway, I'm trying to remember where I left off. Obviously, level 15, we've got bows and crossbows. I did modify a couple settings. Now that I know more about the game, I originally turned the length of the days and nights up. Well, in the settings, I turned them down, which means that they would last longer. So, normally, like, the day and night cycle would be, I don't know, 20 minutes. And I had extended that to about 35 to 40 minutes. Knowing a little bit more about the game, I think I turned them back up to normal because it seems like a lot of things are on a daily respawn rate. So by making the days longer, it makes it so it takes longer to get certain things. And I didn't know that at the beginning. So I have put that back to normal. What are some other things I did? A couple irrelevant ones, like I set the number of guilds down to one because, well, this is a solo game. There aren't going to be other guilds, so I could have left it, but I don't know if that would like use more processing power or anything like that. Probably not noticeable, but I did it anyway. And then egg incubation time, I reduced. There's a big difference between solo play and multiplayer egg timers. I believe solo starts at two on the scale, and multiplayer starts much higher. Just because this is a stream of a game, I don't like the idea of getting an egg, putting it in an incubator, and finding that it takes 8 hours. Because when I only stream for 3 hours at a time, that means it's going to be, 2 weeks real time before I'd get to see what's inside it. So I reduced the egg timer down to 0 because my options was 0, 1, and 2, between what it was and what it is now. And 1 didn't seem like it would be low enough. If I could put it down to a half a point, I probably would have done that. But since my options were like between 1 hour and nothing, I would rather choose the nothing and uh, get a bit more to be viewed, I guess, to show off what I find in the eggs and that sort of thing. Not that I can at the moment because, well, I need to build an incubator, I believe. I don't have one at the moment. I did unlock it, but I didn't get around to building one yet. Also, I might rearrange the base. Like, I found out that just because the base requires certain things to level up, so like we're working on medicine workbench and 8 pals to level up. Once I level up, I could break the workbench down and not have to worry about it. For the longest time, I was wondering what medicine was used for. And because this is early access, there are, bugs and glitches that it happens. I am eagerly awaiting for, bug fixes and whatnot. Multiplayer kind of seems like a few issues are going on with pals in the base management. Like, I mean, even here, like these two over here are supposed to be, as you can see down at the bottom, they're grazing. Yeah, grazing. They are supposed to be inside here. So there's a few pathfinding things that need to be worked on, I think. But I mean that's not making the game any less enjoyable for me. But let me take a look. I guess I haven't really explored all that much. I've been up to Chillet. I've probably looked around, well, not all that much. Been up to the Desolate Church. I did defeat the Rain Syndicate, which means that I did unlock a lot of this stuff. So, I should take a look and see what I'm again, not only has it been a week for this game, but I've been playing another game as well. So I need to remind myself where exactly I am in this game. Oh, that is much more than I can carry. Probably because I am already carrying a bunch of stuff that I didn't put away. And I probably don't have the room for this, do I? I do not. Do I have another chest anywhere? Doesn't seem like it. So I'm going to need to build some more storage, which requires more stone. Okay. Hold on. Let me drop all that. We'll go get some more stone over here. Alright. That didn't take much. There's no room there. So I'm going to put this right here. There we go. Oh, hello. I've got a couple of mammoths walking through. Must be very careful not to upset them. Alright, we'll put this in there, this in there. Ingots for sure. The heavy stuff. And the rest of this as well. Okay. And storage is going to be a little short for the moment, at least to what I'm used to, so I'll probably be carrying more than I want to at the moment. What have I spent my points on? I'm not certain. So, for the moment, the base looks like it is in good hands. It's self-sufficient. They're planting, harvesting, watering, that sort of thing. They're getting their own food. Where's their food bin? It's over here. Just to be sure, they do have lots of food that they can eat. So, I am going to... Oops. I'm going to waste one of those. I'm going to do a little bit of exploring, I think. Have a look around. Granted, I have explored a little bit more in my other game, but, you know, it's not too bad. Oh, and rather than walking everywhere, I can actually teleport. So, let's go up here. And this dungeon is closed. I can't remember if I went through a dungeon or not. Last episode. I probably did. Maybe, maybe not. I can't remember. Let's check out the syndicate up here, because they usually have something useful. And also, let's bring this guy out. somebody over there. Oops. Shouldn't have stopped paying attention to your current fight, buddy. Alright, that's camp cleared out. I like these camps because they have a random pal just here that you can free, and they join your team. It's great. And of course, the usual, whenever they join you, whenever you capture one in a sphere, you get the items from them as if you had taken them out. So, you know, it all works. Oh, we've got a thing here. Let's take a look at it. Where was it? Was it journal? Yeah. Okay, Castaway's Journal, Day 11. I had no choice but to run away yesterday, but I can't stop thinking about that tower. Just as I decided to fashion some gear to try approaching it again, I heard the sound of gunfire behind me. That person from yesterday is after me. I couldn't sit by and do nothing. I mobilized all my pals for a counterattack. Before I knew it, they got carried away and killed the assailant. It's not like I killed anyone directly. There's no one to blame. Okay. This is one thing I have not done, is read through those journals. I kind of want to keep those a bit separate, so I can find out about them through a normal playthrough. So, oh, hello. Apparently they're, oh, I'm horrible at this. Let's get this guy back out again. Maybe he can help. And of course we catch everything that we come across if we can. Because, as the game itself said, that is the best way to gain experience. Even if it does only have like a 38% chance of succeeding. Okay, that dungeon is also closed. You can tell if they're open or closed, by the way, because, oh, I don't even have a glider yet, do I? Nope. You can tell if they're closed because normally there would be a ominous black wall right here. So since you can see the background and everything, that is closed for some amount of time. I'm not certain. Again, I don't really look up the information. I don't want to be knowledgeable about every single thing in the game. I'm just enjoying it, playing it. So, alright, where are we going? I think I want to head this way a little bit and explore. Like there's a waypoint over here that I want to unlock. And I mean, once you get within, I don't know, I think it's like 300 or maybe 250 meters, they show up on your compass. So, like, there's one to the north as well that I would like to get. And it might not be too long of a trip because I am low on ammunition. I might have to go back. Also, these are being aggressive for some reason. I'm not sure why. Oh, I suppose that's just a symbol stating that they are in a fight, not in a fight with me. Okay. That makes a little more sense. But there's the waypoint right over there. We've got a few things that we can find along the way. Hey, look, just a random pal sphere. That'll replace the one that I accidentally threw at nothing because the button I used to throw the pal sphere is the same button I use for inventory in some of my other games. So sometimes it's just muscle memory. I get confused and end up pressing the wrong button. Okay, so like many of my games, I usually head toward the center. Like this looks like there's quite a bit to explore. Um, Normally I head like toward the center. Oh, I can see another small settlement. Right. Okay. Um, Normally I head toward the center, get some exploring done. Um, but I kind of want to look over here. I know that when you are choosing a respawn location, a lot of these areas that are already explored, I don't know why they're already explored, um, but a lot of them show up like you can respawn on the shores over here or up here somewhere. I don't know the exact locations. There's a couple spots over here that you can respawn in. So, ooh, hi. Sorry. Um, so I kind of want to explore over this way, see what there is, and I expect a lot of it's going to be just your low-level stuff, but I'm sure that there are other things, like a glowing red chest, a glowing blue tablet, which I want to read again as I find them. Castaway's Journal, Day 3. We're, of course, not getting these in any particular order. I'm just getting them as I find them. Um, so, Day 3. I discovered what appears to be an ancient ruin while exploring the island. Did humans once live here? Finding some kind of mural on the walls, I deciphered the symbols and found that it was none other... Sorry. I deciphered the symbols and found that it was none other than instructions on how to make the strange sphere from before. That worded a little oddly, but okay. Using paldium, the name I have given to the blue ore found throughout the island, as a catalyst, it is possible to transform mere wood and stone into one of those spheres. I must record this method of production on my device. There happened to be a weakened pal near me, unable to move. Rolling a sphere toward it, I was able to capture another pal. Okay. Let me grab this real quick. And since it's nighttime, I need a copper key. Well, I don't have a copper key. Since it's getting nighttime and very dark. I know that there are pals that I can find only at night, but I don't have a light source at the moment. So I'm just gonna head back to camp real quick and sleep through the night. Just so that it's easier to see. And I guess since I am back at camp, I should probably uh, make some more ammunition. And spend my stat points. Alright, what have I spent things in? Okay, I've spent a little in health. I've spent a little in stamina. Some work speed and weight. Now, knowing what I know now, work speed probably isn't the greatest thing to spend it in. Because, I mean, the whole point of the game is to have these guys help you out building stuff. So, they're the ones that are doing most of the work. Um, so I'm gonna keep putting stats into weight so I can carry more stuff. Um, for me, that has been one of the more useful stats, other than, of course, hit points. We're gonna make, well, okay, we're gonna collect some stone first, I suppose. Ow, ow. Hold on. Let me see if jumping in the water puts out fire. Good. It does. I walked too close to the fire. Let me grab some stone from over here. And we'll get some arrows made. I probably don't need 50 right now. Right, because they're 3 arrows a bunch. Goes up to 60. That should be enough for a trip out. Not really certain why no pals are helping out. Like, I guess the lamb over there is busy in uh, in the ranch producing wool. And I guess Kativa over there is too busy mining. Oh well. How about the penguin? Are you going to help me out? Wonderful. Now that I'm almost halfway done, there are, I don't know, oops, some of the priorities seem to be a bit wonky. Well, wonky's the wrong word. Um, some of the priorities are not what I would think should be like higher or lower in the hierarchy. Like building something seems to be the highest priority. So if I say I'm going to be building or constructing a building, everything seems to stop what they do to come help out. Crafting seems to be somewhere in the middle. Um, like, obviously, it seems that mining stone is a pretty high importance for some reason, but apparently not as high as harvesting food, which makes sense. You know, they all have to eat the food. Um, but I don't know. I kind of wish you could set your own priorities. Um, anyway, back out this way. Now that we have some more ammunition. What is this? Oh, this is my axe. Sorry, I'm not used to carrying around an axe anymore either, because once you have your pals able to mine stone and wood for you, it is rare that you actually need to chop wood yourself. Like, there is no other use for wood in this game that you would, or what am I trying to say? The, the use for wood is limited, so um, I find like out and about, uh, you know, while traveling, I don't need to harvest wood. But mining, on the other hand, you know, there's this paldium, there's sulfur, which I got somewhere, I don't remember, probably in one of those dungeons. Um, there's just a bunch of resources that you need a pick for, but trees are the only thing that you need an axe for. And I mean, granted, what else are you going to use an axe on? Well, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing like different types of wood, maybe. Like you could, um, I don't know, build uh, certain objects out of different wood. Just like, uh, like there's softwood and hardwood. There's just, I mean, there's so many areas that are different. You're, of course, going to have different trees in each one. So I could see if you have like a progression of um, ores that you need, why not have a progression of wood that you need as well? Uh, but I don't know. That's just me thinking about stuff as I play the game. Um, I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't like to have all that stuff. I think there is a good thing about it being simplistic and um, oh, there's another waypoint. Uh, just having wood to gather rather than um, well, let me take a look here. So we have wood, we have metal, which we use in the forge. After that, of course, we have paldium. Um, and then later, I think, like gunpowder, of course, so we need sulfur. Um, Charcoal, of course, is burning wood. We have coal, which is used for something. I don't know what. Um, what else do we have? I think I saw a a higher tier refinery down here somewhere. I'm not sure where it is, but it sounds like probably needs another type of ore for that. You know, we've got half a dozen things that the pick is used for, but only one for the axe. All right. Level 23. What level am I? I am 16. It's probably too difficult for me, but let me have a look over there. Oh, right. This is something different. So last time I went into a cave, we had a whole dungeon to run through, many different rooms, and a boss at the end. These kind of places, like the sealed realms of whatever, are called or like it says enter dungeon. It's not really a dungeon. It is a single room um, with a boss in it. I would say that is not a dungeon. That's more of just a boss fight. And those, of course, you fight against the boss. You either win or lose. If you win, then it starts a 1 hour cooldown timer before you can fight it again. I'm guessing that's for multiplayer purposes, so that you can't just get overpowered by going in multiple times. I wish there was a way to lower that time limit in some way, but I'm sure it's for game balance reasons that I have no idea about at the moment. Okay, and they're no longer aggressive. Well, not they weren't aggressive toward me anyway. Um, a lot of ranged weapons have like you can look down the sights for a little bit more accuracy. Of course, the larger the targeting, the more spread that's going to happen. Um, Normally, it would it would be within the little sights that your error range would be. But I have seen, while, running and just pulling the trigger, I have seen like a bullet shoot right straight down into the ground at my feet. So I know that's not 100% accurate on where your bullet spread is going to go. Um, I'm going to try to catch one of these ducks over here because I can't remember how many I've caught. Oh, okay, that does way too much damage. Let's switch to something else. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, so that apparently was the first one I've caught. Oh, why aren't you climbing? There we go. I'm getting a bit stuck on the rocks over here. I think I'm gonna go somewhere closer to flat land. All right, so we're on the bigger island. Um, I don't know if it would be better. I'm just gonna follow the road, I guess. Like normal exploration might be better to just go around the edge or something. Um, but at the same time, I feel like uh, if there is a road in the game, you can follow it to certain places. Like it's the game pointing out that, hey, this is where you want to go. And we found an electric egg. I do want to make an incubator when we get back to base, because I noticed while looking through all the boxes, I did have several eggs that were awaiting hatching. I've got enough berries on me. This is a great place for harvesting them, though. There's another. Uh, Sorry for the random jumping. I'm used to having a glider, and so I'm trying to jump and glide whenever I do that, and I just forget that. Again, it's muscle memory. I'm just trying to jump and glide to catch up to what I'm trying to aim for. There's some smoke over here. That usually means that it's a camp. And I can just kind of hop down here. Oh, and a treasure along the way. So I've found, like, the different colors of treasures require different things. So, like the amber colored or yellow colored ones, and the purple ones you can open up without any problems. Some require keys, which I think you get from the amber chests, or the oh, hello, from the amber purple chests. And the reason why I say they're amber chests is because, like, normally in the progression of games, you've got your usual stuff of normal, uncommon, rare, and whatnot. And they're usually color-coded. Normal is white, uncommon is green, rare is blue. I don't know what's after that. The name of it, probably like epic or something, is purple. And then you have your legendary, which is gold. But I say it's amber because from a distance it looks gold. But It's not. It seems like the dark reddish, oops, reddish orange chests are the higher tier ones. And I know that there are copper and silver keys, so I'm guessing that there's probably gold keys as well. I have left the road at this point. Maybe I should go back up to it. I mean, it looks like it's heading that direction anyway, but being along the road is a little easier, a little better. Kind of gives me something to follow as I talk about things. So, copper and gold, or copper and silver keys, which alludes to gold keys, which, I would assume, if I check the map, again, I don't have much explored, but if there weren't so many trees in the way, I think over to the north is like high mountains or something. I think, and those I believe are higher leveled areas. Oh, hello. Oh, hi. I'm not gonna get involved in that fight as I shoot him again. I do not want to mess with a level 30 creature. Not at level 16. They will win. Or, I might be able to survive long enough, but I won't be able to win against it. So there's no real point in causing trouble with it. Okay, I think the road kind of... Well, I guess it continues on this way. Kind of spreads out. Have I come across these yet? No, I haven't. Rubies. Well, there we go. Oh, well, that was a bit much. So I think I've mentioned this before. There are differences in where you hit an enemy. So a lot of times the face is will cause your attack to do critical damage. Some enemies have different spots that count for critical, but for the most part, it's the face. And sometimes I just do too much damage when I shoot them in the body to get their attention. Then they turn toward me, and I end up shooting them in the face and defeating them. Of course, sometimes it's like that, and I just do too much damage with the weapon I have anyway. That's why I carry around multiple weapons, is because one, like the crossbow here, is my current strongest weapon, so I carry this around for damage. The three-shot bow has an attack power less than the old bow, the first bow that you can craft, but it shoots 3 arrows, and each arrow does have individual tracking. So just because you're shooting 3 doesn't mean that you hit with 3. So, like, I could aim like this and still hit with one of those shots. So I can kind of adjust how much damage I do with this bow. Artisan logging foreman. Wow, that was a pretty good one. Um, this bow I use when I'm trying to catch things. So first, well, I'm a horrible shot, but first shot will normally go to. It turns right at the last moment. Well, whatever. First shot usually goes to getting their attention, causing a lot of damage or something, and then I switch to this to do a little bit more controlled damage to the point where I can then catch them easily. That lamb ball got some trouble. Not sure what happened there. Alright, we got a split in the road here. Well, one direction seems to come to an end, and it goes over this way. Some ruins over here. Might be something inside. Seems like a place to hide a treasure chest. Do you also require a copper key? Yes. I haven't gotten one, have I? Nope. I haven't really been paying attention to what I've gotten from the other treasures, so just wanted to check. And then, of course, there are these effigies all over the place that I want to gather because they supposedly increase. Oh, there is a waypoint right down there. Can I get down there safely? From the north, I can. I could probably slide down this a little bit. Or grab the wall. That also works. And we're going to go to the waypoint because it is, once again, turning nighttime. And it's easier to see in the day. Oh, there's a campfire over here. Oh. What do you have to say, buddy? Cowardly victim. Help, I don't want to be here anymore. A giant, scary pal attacked us. It chewed up and spit out humans like they were toys. You have to catch some pals and build a base before night comes. You can't win in the dark of night. Build a bonfire, hide, and pray until daybreak. Use this however you can. You have to survive and escape this island. Okay, so this is probably another guy just like what we met at the starter place. So, as I mentioned, there are multiple places to start the game from. This, I would bet, is one of them. I mean, you've got a lot of level 4s and lower around. You've got starting waypoint. You've got a guy that gives you some initial resources to get you started. All right. Gonna rest for the night. And then I'm gonna take a look at some of these pals that we captured, see if any of them are better than what I've got. All right. So these guys are for producing wool. So, you know, this was a really good guy. Artisan is pretty good. So Artisan increases their work speed by 50%. Not sure if that affects like their wool production or anything like that. And then if I had him in my party, he would increase my logging efficiency. I'm not exactly sure what that means because I don't know. I feel I gather stuff well enough as it is. Like, it doesn't increase the amount that I get, but maybe it increases the damage I do to get the items. 1 second. Need to hydrate. Alright, sorry. Okay, oops. Didn't mean to cancel all the way out. Another thing I found in between playthroughs is there's a sort button right up here. Maybe uh, if I just looked closer at some of these screens, I would have seen that, but I didn't yet. So, Ruby has one in fire, or whatever that's called, kindling, which is the same as Foxsparks. So, I guess it doesn't really matter unless, like, one of these has a good skill. We did rescue something. Oh, I have a bunch of Vixie. I want to swap a few of these out, I think. Oh, wait. House without bed. Oh, I just added somebody in. I should build a bed to go with everything else before they get upset. So we'll just set that there. I don't really mind if they're too much lined up or off center or something. You know, it. If I was worried about that, then I'd want it like a grid or something that it could snap to. But just placing it there is fine with me. So I wanted, I think, a Vixie. Is there any one that's better than others? Doesn't seem like it. So just replace that. And then I gotta remember this one's planting, this one's watering, this one's harvesting. I didn't realize that it had so many good things. Artisan, runner, logging foreman. I must have forgotten about that. I do have a boss. Gummoss isn't destructive. You know what? I'm gonna just swap him out. The boss one is much bigger. I'm not sure what I think about everything. Like, it seems like they're going with the idea from similar to Pokemon Arceus, I think, where you can like the I don't want to say legendary. What is it? The alpha Pokemon are like 50% larger or something like that. They come with extra skills. It seems to be following that sort of line of thinking. So bosses are larger. Lucky pals are also larger and come with an extra skill. But I don't like that they're larger because then you start running into problems where like they can't fit through areas like this in between benches, and you are very limited to where you can build things. Like, I mean, sure, it seems like, where is it? Where's the edge of my base? Way over here. Okay, so of course it's a circle. It comes out way over this way. You can pretty much just build on flat ground. Slopes, of course, cause many problems with not only buildings, but pathfinding seems to have difficulty on slopes more than it has on flat ground. So I try to avoid slopes if possible. But even as big as this circle is, I feel like there isn't enough room to build anything. Oh, before I forget, one other modification I made is deterioration doesn't happen. in my game. Now, that's a sort of thing uh, that goes along with trying to make sure that not too many things get built and have to stay in use. So, and that's mainly for multiplayer because people can come and go as they please, and sometimes, people get distracted or people get bored with the game and they just don't come back. So, deterioration will make it so that if something isn't used in a certain amount of time, it just breaks apart, falls apart, and you know um, can no longer be used. So anything built outside of this circle has a rate that it deteriorates, and if you don't use it in a set amount of time, it will just fall apart into its basic uh, building stuff. So like the wooden house will break down into wood. This pool will break down into like wood and stone and pal fluid or something like that, um, and such like that. I don't know if unused bases deteriorate. So like maybe if given enough time, like this will break apart and thereby making the entire base go away. But since I'm playing on my own, I feel that this world doesn't need to have things deteriorate. And that will then give me the room to build stuff. Like maybe I'll build a house rather than just a spot for a bed to be in. You know, I could build something over on this side of the island, maybe a big house through here, and then over here is where I have within the circle is where all the production happens. That sort of stuff. Um, but yeah, now that it's daytime, let me go back. Okay, now that it's daytime and I've wasted half of it, let me go back to exploring. Where are we heading next? I guess back up the trail and following the path kind of around, maybe up this way as well. We'll see what we come across as we go. Uh, this is an area I haven't really explored too much, um, so I don't really know what I'm going to be coming across through here. Um, yes, it is, clear on the map, but it started that way. So uh, that's another reason why I want to explore it, is because it is revealed, and um, it probably still has things to find. Like, um, this little island was somewhat revealed as well, as you can see. Like, there's a difference between what I've explored. It's kind of more of a hard line there versus what was just normally revealed with kind of a softer line like this. So this little island was a little bit revealed, as you can see through this, but Catrus here wasn't. So I I feel like there's probably something similar somewhere on this island, probably on this island. I just want to have a look around and see if I can find them, see if see what level they are, that sort of thing. Because like if I go down here, this is the starting island and the first. I don't know what these would be called. A world boss maybe uh, is level 38. So I don't know why they decided to put a level 38 here, but then the next one up over here is level 11. So I don't know. I mean, I guess the high level stuff has to be somewhere. So I guess why not right at the beginning to, you know, teach foolish beginners how difficult it is to try to take on a level 38 right away. I don't know. I'm just speculating. Catch more of these guys, though. Okay. Well, that didn't go so well. Let's try again. Oh, missed it. There we go. The 90% catch rate is great. We're up to 393 experience per catch at this point. Oh, and there's another waypoint up this way. Other things I'd like to see in this kind of a game is maybe a mini map, so I'm not having to open up the main map all the time. If I got 10 of these, probably not. Otherwise, I'd have like a bunch of them in my storage box, huh? Oh, missed it. That one is attacking me now as well. And there's another level. Now, I know I've gained a couple levels at this point, so I will check my level once I get back to base. But I will spend another stat point here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put that in health. I'm at 1,000 health. That should be good for a while. And from this point on, I'm probably going to be spending most of my points into weight capacity. Because that just seems to be the best. At least for what I do. Like, I'm sure health is really good because you can survive, but I can't dodge. So I need the health because a lot of things are going to hit me. If there was an actual, like, shield that you hold up to block with, be another thing. Because I am better at that. But just with the way that the keyboard configs work at the moment, I'm limited to the things I can use. Alright, so we can enhance this at this point. So my capture power has gone up. I don't know how much it's gone up, because they're being very vague with that sort of thing. But I just know it's better. It's probably 1 per rank or something like that. Alright, now let's head north, I guess. Oh, there's a treasure over here. There's a couple of these guys to try to capture. And I think I'm definitely gonna have to spend some time back at base resupplying things. And it's gonna be like that for a while until... Come on. How do you fail a 80, 90% chance so many times in a row? Probably the same way as, you know, you try to succeed the 10 to 20% chances. There we go. Now let's get the treasure. Which, I guess isn't much, but whatever. That's fine. There is another waypoint in this direction, it seems. But I don't think I can go down this way. Yeah, that's a pretty steep fall. So I am going to have to find a way down. Maybe a spot like this, which has a couple of spots. I suppose I can grab the wall on the way down, like that. That works too. I forget I can do that. Always remember that I can climb upward, never remember I can climb downward. So, another waypoint this way. And then I think... Oh, a grin tail. I haven't seen one of those. Let's have a look. Level 17 is about where I'm at the moment. Oh, another treasure. Small Pal Souls, Pal Sphere. I have some leather just sitting here. Something must have gotten itself in trouble. Or maybe it's just a random item on the ground like these Pal Spheres. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna get the waypoint first. Because if something bad happens, I'd like to have the waypoint nearby so I can come back quickly. Well, these are bigger trees. Are these like choppable? Yes. Yes, they are. Okay. There we go. We've got that. We'll swim back across. And let's go check out this grintail. Might even have to switch over to these green spheres to catch it. We'll see. Okay, level 17. Since it's a boss, it's probably a little bit bigger than the normal one. So still quite large for an opponent. Come over here. Let's get their attention. I don't know if they're aggressive or not. They don't seem to be, but we're gonna just go ahead and start like this. Oh. I'm still trying to glide. Sorry. Oh, missed. Something I've... Ow, armor's damaged, okay. Something I've learned when fighting is you also want to... Oops, that was a little slow. So was that. Something you want to try to do... Oh, that was going after me, not my pet. Okay, I might want to be a little careful. Sorry, I'm gonna have to talk after fighting, I think. Oh. Hold on. We got it. Okay. So all of these points are places that you can start at. So I'm guessing there's probably a waypoint nearby any of these probably low-level creatures, that sort of thing, um, I'm going to uh, no, spawn at the house, not at the waypoint. Going back home, um, and then I'm going to travel over here to get my stuff back. Um, but what I was trying to say during that fight is you also want to try and keep your pals uh, from taking damage. And whenever you see a large attack, like the cat jumping and trying to belly flop or charging up a blast of some sort, just recall your pal so that they're no longer there to take the hit. You know, it's kind of like dodging for your pals. So if you do that, of course the boss will then turn its attention toward you. But uh, you know, if you're better than I am at combat, then you can probably dodge out of the way, or you know, maybe take a hit better. Oh, hold on. Hear that? That is a lucky. I need to be careful, because just because it's lucky doesn't mean that it is uh, more difficult to take down. It's only level 3, so if I were to use a crossbow on it, it'd probably take it out completely. So okay, I know some sort of ice move. And we have a swift, lucky life monk. Awesome. They may be joining the party in place of the one I currently have. We'll see. Now, something I do really like about the nighttime is that effigies like that one over there and waypoints, which I guess I can't really see at the moment, and towers, like way over there, show up much easier in the nighttime. I don't know if they're always glowing that way during the day, but you know, something just makes it so that you can see them a lot easier. And so nighttime is a really great time to run around and find out where they all are. Um, Again, that being said, it is nighttime and hard to see anything. So I am just going to head back to base, sleep through the night, and then do some more things in the day, like restock my items, fix my armor, which is broken, things like that. All right, first things first. Also, this happens when you're not around the base. Like I mentioned that there's some sort of um, not really glitching, but pathfinding problems. Um, I do have plenty of uh, pals that should be able to uh, carry things back and forth. So this shouldn't happen to this extent. You know, they should be picking all of this up. They should be putting it in a chest of some sort somewhere. And, I mean, granted, I only have 3. But I believe that, yeah, a lot of this stuff I do have already in a chest. So a lot of that was able to be put away. Not all of it, of course. But okay, let's rest for the night. Get back to morning. I don't know where the rooster crow is coming from. I I have no rooster. But okay, let's repair the armor. It's almost completely broken and my hairband is broken. And some of these also can use a bit of repair. I need more nails to repair that. So let's go ahead and make one of these. And we'll start doing some base work. Because we need a medieval medicine workbench. And probably some other things for the next level. Alright, so medicine. I don't see it. Probably because it is a technology that I've gained but haven't learned yet. I did gain, what, 3 levels out exploring? I haven't spent any of this. So, better shield would be nice. A metal chest for better storage. Heat-resistant armor would probably be good. Like, the elemental resisting armor is actually better than, armor-wise, than the basic armor. So, I might want to do this. A cooking pot be good. The elemental bows and whatnot, I feel, are not worth getting because, like, if I scroll up here somewhere, okay, so like here, you have the poison bow and poison arrows. The poison arrows can only be used with the poison bow. And to craft them, you need venom glands. Well, you can only, of course, get venom glands from pals. So it's not like wood or stone or iron. Right? Not iron. In this game, it's copper. So wood or stone or copper. So it is like you're going to have less of it. So you can't really use it as a mainstay weapon unless you also go out harvesting all of this stuff. Now, the fire one is a little easier. The fire bow, fire arrow, or, maybe the fire crossbow. Those are a little easier because there are pals that you can put on the ranch that can produce those. I don't know what they are off the top of my head because, well, I don't remember that stuff all the time. But I would guess it's something similar to a flame pal of some sort. Not the ones that I have, but maybe some higher level ones. So eventually you can just produce like the fire organs, and so you could make constant use of that sort of stuff. But for the most part, you're just going to use the basic stuff, as far as I've seen. I didn't even look to see if I had the medieval medicine bench right here. There. now I should be able to build it somewhere in here. There we are. I need more nails again. No, not max. I don't want to spend all of my metal on it. And the reason why I keep calling it iron is because that's just kind of the go-to ore that I think about when you do mass crafting. But I suppose worked with copper before they worked with iron. I mean, they worked with bronze before they worked with iron, so that would be the logical progression as well. All right. Now to build the workbench. I do need to reorganize because I'm sure a lot of this is getting in the way of what they're trying to do. So maybe I'll just put this over here for the time being. See, look, crafting or building is like the top priority. Lamball left the ranch in order to come build this. Oops, wrong button. And we can upgrade the base. A build cooler box, a build a sphere workbench. So let me just have a look here. A cooler box, not a cooler. Cooler box, right here. And some kind of workbench. What was it? Sphere workbench. Probably somewhere around this. Sphere workbench. That's something I've already researched. So cooler box is going to require ingots. Right. We're getting to the point where ingots are what we need to build stuff with. So I need to go load this first of all. I need to go find some ore. And I believe there's either one over here or down here somewhere. Also, it appears I am hungry. I have... Oh, right, because when I had to recover all my equipment, it unloaded the bag of food that I had. At least I thought there was metal over here somewhere. Maybe there isn't. Oh, there it is. And this is the reason why I choose to increase the weight that I can carry. Is because a lot of times you're going to be out and about mining up the ores, and you can only carry so much. So the more you carry, the longer you can stay out, and the more you can gather. That being said, I completely forgot to take some of the pals with me that I should be bringing with me, and that is Kativa. Because their ability that they give you is the ability to carry more stuff. Oh, hey, Daydream. We're just gonna try to catch one of these real quick. Because this is a... Oop, that's a green orb. I didn't want to use that. Well, and you escaped it. These are a nighttime creature. They only appear at night. As is this guy over here. Pucrates. Or, I know it's the mispronunciation, but Pucrates. I don't know why. Oh, apparently there's another one of these guys. Oh. And I am really close to the base, so everything is now trying to attack this thing. There we go. Not that I'm upset that they come in and attack it, but I certainly wasn't expecting it. Alright, more stats, more weight increase. We will start cooking up some of this. Hopefully, yep, Foxbarks is starting to work on that. And while they do that, let me sort these guys again. Oh, I don't have many Kativa. Well, in that case, maybe I should catch a few more. We'll have one for the time being. Increase my capacity by another 50. Because we do need more ore. And we do need more pals. There we go. There's another piece of metal over this direction. And, you know, this is a game I would love to play for hours and hours on end. But it's also a game that I would be trying to, you know, narrate while I play. And I don't think my voice could handle, you know, well, anywhere near as long as I would want to play. The longest stream I have done so far is 7 hours, and boy, my voice was sore at the end of that. Where are these guys coming from? I thought these guys were nighttime. Maybe they're just forest type. I don't know. Oh, we got another. We should get more of these as well for future trips out. Oh, missed. Now I think these guys just have like the coward skill. Oops. Well, as a base skill for every single one of them. So no matter which one you catch, it's going to be a coward, at least. Alright, let's head back up to base. We caught a few more. Enough to fill out a party if I need to. And we're also running low on arrows at this point as well. That's always going to be a constant thing at the beginning, is you just... This one's not part of my base, is it? No. Why are these things appearing now? I shouldn't be. Alright, missed. Standing way too close. Whoops. Blindsided by a deer. Alright, you're still cooking up iron. Or metal. Sorry. Oop. It's not the button I want. I do want to make an incubator as well. Do I have the resources for that? Just need stone and cloth. I should be able to make 5 cloth. It's fairly quick to make. And then, of course, we've got stone just off to the side over here. That should be plenty. Then I'm just going to build this off to the side. I only need 1 because of the way I've currently set it. And we'll have a look at some of these eggs I've found. I don't have any on me at the moment. Apparently I've put them all away. But I did see, like, there's this one and 3 in here that I want to clear out. And I guess that's it. Yeah. Okay. So not as many as I thought there was. But again, I have set the incubation time to 0. As you may have noticed, I didn't quite catch what number was there. I think it was all zeros. But like normally on a server, I think this kind of an egg would take, like, default time would be 4 hours, which is stupidly long, in my opinion. You know, maybe I'm getting a lot of daydreams with these. Maybe if you're thinking about, like, playing the game long term, sure. But like, I have never been able to stick with like any multiplayer open world, or I don't want to say open world, but like uh MMO, I guess, for more than a few months at a time. So, you know, if, and especially if I had to wait the lowest eggs for like 2 to 4 hours. If I had to wait, I think the standard time on a multiplayer server for a huge egg, I think is 72 hours. I do not want to wait 3 days for something like that. It's just too long. Okay, so first thing I want to build with these ingots is a metal chest, because I need the storage space. And I should be able to fit a lot of that stuff in this. It does take a lot more to build, but it holds, what is this? 24 items. That's pretty good, I think. So I'm just going to start putting a lot of this stuff in here. Mostly things that are used for crafting. Just going to put it in first. Well, I'm only going to have one to begin with, so I guess everything that I don't want. Where did I get high quality oil? I guess everything that I'm not going to be keeping on me is going to go into these. Cold resistant pelt armor schematic. Where did I get this? I mean, I'm going to craft it. Oh, and there's the electric egg that I completely missed when I was looking for eggs. So let's put this in here as well. What do we have? We have a Dazzy. Okay. And again, it might be a little cheesy to have the incubation at 0. But having it set at 1 was a little too much time still for what I wanted for a stream playthrough. In a normal game, I think 1 or 2 is fine. Like, I think setting it at 2 makes most eggs, I want to say 15 to 20 minutes for the common eggs, and like 3 to 4 hours for the more rare stuff. I don't know exactly, but, you know, again, too much time for a stream that I only play 3 hours a week. That's the button I want to use. Is there an alternate thing like that? There's no store everything button. Okay, well, there's this button that I can use. Stores everything that's already stored in there. Otherwise, it looks like we're just going to have to stuff over manually. This stuff I can keep on me. I can just go ahead and use this. And give me some more skill points. Or technical points. Tundra outfit. Why am I not wearing a Tundra outfit? Oh, because the pelt armor was the upgrade. Got it. To do that again, and that puts me over. Alright, let me store that away real quick. All of that goes in as much as I can. I do have this cold resistant pelt armor. I'm probably going to craft this, so this can be discarded. And that looks like that's as much as I can fit there. So we will have to use a second chest for the rest of this stuff. That's just food. Okay, gotta get rid of that. Gonna grab this and see if I can craft it. Hold on. High quality workbench? Yeah. So a high quality workbench. I need 10 nails and 15 ingots. So let's get some more of this cooking. And we'll start crafting some nails. You know what? Everything's asleep. Nothing's gonna get produced. Let's just also sleep through the night so that everything will start working. Now I know that progresses the tracker for how many days you've played, but I don't think that's really matters for anything unless things get harder the longer you play. I don't know if that's a thing. I hope not, because I tend to play my games very casually and take my time with a lot of stuff. So we'll get this stuff crafted. And one thing I found out is, I mean, this doesn't affect you too much, but the high quality workbench does not allow you to build spheres. So you have to keep the normal one, the normal crafting bench, which is what I'm on right now. You have to keep that around until you build the sphere workbench, which is what is asking for right at the moment. Also, just to be sure, wait. This is a high quality workbench. I've already built one. Okay, never mind. I see. This is what I'm worried about when I go a week without playing, is I forget that I have stuff like this. All right, let's pull this out. We can go ahead and remove those. And we'll put this away in here. We'll put these nails that we no longer currently need right there. Do have another point. So let's go ahead and increase our weight capacity. And look at the new technology that I've kind of passed on for a little bit. So I could build stone structures. I don't see the need for it. Could build a better glider. I don't have one at the moment. So what I am kind of doing is, I know that there are some pets that are good as a glider, like this thing. So I'm going to probably put one of these guys in the party, because I wouldn't be able to unlock the ability if I hadn't caught one already. Looks like I've caught 3 of them. This one's an artisan. So I might just go ahead and put that one there and put this one in the party. And of course, since I've done that, I do need to build another bed. I get to working on that. And this guy is mainly a hauler, but he's also a gatherer. So once this all grows, he'll be able to grab all of that stuff. And then I also want to build a better shield. Now that's going to use 5 of the 6 ancient parts that I've got at the moment. So I will need to pay another visit to Chillet, and maybe even that cat that I just found, to get more ancient parts. Which I suppose, if I hadn't have defeated the cat, I wouldn't have had the parts to build this. Unless he only dropped 1 part, then then I would have been barely able to afford this. Alright, that's just a straight up upgrade. Let me just check here. So a shield of 100. This will increase it to a 260. I will never need this again, so I will discard it. And the better armor you have, so like the more defense you have, the less damage you take. So these work in conjunction. You want a high armor, defense, whatever it's called, so that the shield itself takes less damage, and thereby you take less damage. What else do I want? I do want to build another one of these, but I now need 3 ancient parts and a whole bunch more leather. Leather is fairly common, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's just go ahead and build all the arrows, because I am going through them quite quickly. And you know what? I'll let him work on that while I look at some of this other stuff. I don't need the arrows right away. I'm not leaving until I get a few things built. I think we're somewhere up here as far as base development goes. Yeah, here's the sphere workbench, so we're about here. So let me work on these a little bit before I go out exploring again. Sphere workbench. Is that in here? There it is. Oh, it also requires nails, so just put this here in the spot that used to have a few chests. And we'll get this thing built up real quick. Okay. You are on fire. Apparently they walked through the campfire in order to get here. So now that this is built, I no longer need this. So we'll just do that, get that out of the way. Now, again, these aren't lined up. I'm not really worried about them being lined up. They're close enough. I now need to build a cooler box, which we need stone and ingots. And I find this a little bit useless. Like there's a lot of food. Like if we go in here, you can see these are the basic foods. You can pretty much cook things up. Some of them give you extra effects. I don't know if any of these do. No, seems like these are all just basic stuff. But the cook pot, which is the upgrade of this, allows you to make food that gives you slight buffs, like 10% attack power, 10% defense, stuff like that, when you or a pal eats them. But they also require a lot of ingredients and a lot of cooking time that you don't normally want to do. As far as base survival, I have never really needed more than just berries. You know, red berries are just 15 nutrition. Not much, but, you know, they produce a lot of berries. As you can see, I have like over 400 of them. But baked berries also provide a little bit more nutrition and also restore a little bit of sanity when eaten. So it provides a little bit of a benefit uh, to the pals when they get hungry. Eggs are the same way. The only difference is rather than building a farm and having like at the moment, this farm requires uh, 3 pals. So like this guy is currently watering it. That's his job. He has the watering can as one of his abilities. This the big guy, the Gomos over here, is the one that can plant stuff. And then I've got a few, like the Cativa here has the little leaf ability, which is harvesting the plants. So for these two crops, I need basically 3 pals in order to produce berries. Your alternative, of course, is to just have chickens and have them produce eggs. Or, there are various others, like the Capridy here is just producing berries on their own. Like they've got a berry bush growing on top of them, and just get berries every once in a while. At the moment, it's not really good. Like none of this is streamlined for production of any sort. Um, but you can instead use eggs, cook them up. They're slightly better than red berries, and I think fried eggs are 23 and 1 sanity, so slightly better overall. And you could probably devote the same amount of effort to it. So, like, I've got 3 working the farm, so 3 chickens would probably produce enough eggs uh, to feed your base. Later on, um, one of the most required food if you are interested in breeding the pals is cake. And cake, of course, requires a lot of stuff. Cake requires flour, which is, you can grow wheat and grind it into flour. It requires berries. It requires milk and eggs and honey as well. So, like 5 different ingredients, and it takes a really long time for it to cook. Uh, Another little bit of balance, I think, uh, they could afford to do is like, okay, so this workbench, when or anything being built, I don't think that there is a limit to the number of pals that can build it. So when you say, I want to build this thing, whatever it may be, anything that can build will try to come over and build it. There are, let me take a look here. Later in Tech Tree, where is it? So you have assembly lines. And they're very large workbenches, basically. And 3 pals can work at a assembly line at a time. So you're basically producing things 3 times as fast. Probably not quite that, depending on how your base layout is, because some things are better at crafting than others. So up to 3 times faster. I would like to see something like this for the forge or for the cookpot, because at the moment only one thing can be at the forge, and it's a little bit limiting, I find sometimes. But it looks like I need more metal, right? For cooler? No, I need stone. Never mind. Just need stone. There we go. Now I'm just gonna build this wherever. Just right on the ground. Unneeded. So this I find is a little useless unless you have good food that you're trying to keep around for a long time. And there are good foods, you know. Like again, like this Bamara steak, I think only lasts 2 minutes or something uncooked. So you have to get it back home quickly and you have to cook it up. And the amount of satiety that it has is more than you would need for anything. I think, like more than the player needs. Um, Maybe there are some pals that require a lot of food, but then you would store it in here. Like okay, um, as an example, where is their food bin? Right over here. Okay, so if I go in here, you can see this berry right here has 14 minutes and 50 seconds before it spoils. If I put it in here, it still has 14 minutes and 40 seconds before it spoils because the cooler isn't actually cooling anything. You have to go over to like this guy, say, hey, you, I want you to always work on this, and he will cool it off. But then he's not doing anything else. This is his top priority thing. So now you can see the berries take 144 minutes before they spoil. They will still spoil, but it will be a very long time before they do. And just the way that this works, like here, we've got 3.5 minutes here. Now we're up to 37 minutes. So it is quite the benefit. And it's only the top one that spoils at a time. So is a great extension for the food that you actually want to use. But that requires you to have one of your pals always paying attention to this. And unless it's a nocturnal pal, it will only work on this during the day. So until you find a nocturnal ice pal, you have to be sure that you sleep through the nights. Otherwise, half the time your food is going to spoil right away or at the normal rate again. But I only need this right now for upgrading the base. Now that I've upgraded the base, it no longer cares about this. So I'm going to save the resources. I'm not going to use it. The base no longer cares. Now, cooking pot seems to be next on the list. We need wood for that. And also flame organs, but I've already got those. So we'll just head over here, grab some wood. One tree should be plenty. And where do I want this? Like I'm not very good at base design, but I want it to be somewhere that they're not going to be running running over all the time. So like I don't want it right along this line of of stuff that I already have made. I don't know. maybe over here beside this. So just put a cooking pot here. And then once this is built, we can take a look at the new recipes that we can cook things, or that we can cook in this thing. I'm not sure where the penguin went, because he's not watering the plants. Where did he go? Oh, okay, that's fair enough. He's taking a break. So we have like a good 14, 15 more recipes in here now, including cake. And here's all that you need for it. The thing is like if I were to click on this, it has a 5 workload. If it were a berry, same thing. You know, 5 isn't much. It doesn't take much time to build it. A cake has a 2,000 workload. Probably the like even the hardest things to craft in this is probably that at 100. So this is 100. And the reason why it's at 100 is because it makes the food last longer. So you're basically smoking a roast. I also don't know what a Raindrix is. So I'm guessing it is one of those pals that I have yet to find. But this is 100. The hardest thing to cook in this, except for cake. Cake is 20 times harder to craft than that. I don't know. I mean, I know why they want it like that. Because cake is required for breeding pals. 2,000 seems a little excessive for that, though. I don't know. Let's go to sleep so we can see again. Sorry, it's just taking a moment to hydrate again. Alright. Now we need a wheat farm and a mill. I don't know if I can build a wheat farm. Not just because I probably haven't researched it, but I'm pretty sure I don't have the wheat seeds for it. Where is it? Right here? And yes, I know it says plantation. I choose not to use that word. But we will need a mill as well. And then the wheat farm is... yeah, we only have one wheat seed. There's only 1 or 2 places I know of to get more seeds. So at this point, I am going to have to go out and explore. If I'm lucky, I'll come across a pal that will drop wheat seeds, which I do know what it is, but it isn't necessarily a common spawn in this area. And I believe I've probably encountered one already, hence the reason why I have 1 wheat seed. So let me just grab a few of these arrows. This should be enough. What are we at? 130? Should be fine. Okay, so I just want to have a look around the area here. What I'm looking for is... well, hold on. Let me see if I've got one. Oh, also before I head out, I want to build this. I need 5 cloth. Nope, that's a sphere bench. Right. Let me cancel that. Let's do this. Quick and easy. And then at this, I want to build one of these. So what I'm doing here is I'm making it so that this this squid, I forget what its name is, will be able to act as a glider. So I won't have to carry one around for the time being. It's just going to take up one of the spots of my pals in the team. There are better ones that work as gliders later on, but they're probably going to be hard to catch, at least for me right now. So, oh, I've got this guy getting in the way. So now I can glide. And it's, okay. We stay up in the air quite a while. I kind of use it as just able to get a bit of more of an aerial view of places at times. But the reason why I go with this one is because it has much more of a horizontal travel than the gliders do. Because the gliders are, I don't know, they're your basic tools for getting things done. The thought in this game is that pals are going to be better at doing pretty much everything than what you can do. Like, for instance, the life monk is the first opportunity you have at access to a gun. So it's got, I don't know, a submachine gun, an Uzi, something like that. Even if it is on a recharge, it's still quite a lot of damage that you can output at one time. I've already passed what I was looking for, or my waypoint over here. So I was looking for a creature called a Dinosaur. No, that's not where I want to go. I want to go back home. Because I also remembered that I had caught this guy. And I want to put him in the team instead. Because he's lucky and swift. And this guy is just brave. Lucky is plus 15% to work speed and attack, so they're useful in either case that you'd want to use them. And it is a passive skill that can be passed on to other pals when you get around to being able to do that sort of thing. Swift just makes them faster. It's a great ability, not as good on a life monk as, say, a mount of some sort, like a dire wolf or whatever they're called. So, since I didn't see what I was looking for right away, I'm gonna travel. Where am I trying to go? This would probably be the closest. So where I'm trying to go is that uh, locked waypoint to the south of me at the moment, the small settlement, because that is the alternate place that I know of to get wheat seeds. So, and this guy, of course, is helping out a lot. And you can, you know, pull out the parachute multiple times during a fall. So you can kind of. Oh, right. There's a boss over here. I think that's a little too high level for me at the moment. Um, Considering a level 17 just dropped me with a. I don't know. I'd say it was an even fight for my skill level. All right, so. Oh, forgot there was a river flowing through here. But this is the small settlement. It's a bit different than anywhere else that I've seen so far, in the fact that, well, first of all, they're not aggressive. They're humans that are not aggressive, I should say. Every other human I've come across has been aggressive. If you remember in the first episode, we had a wandering merchant that arrived, and I think they got stuck up in the waterfall. That might have been a different game. I can't remember. Anyway, a wandering merchant visited us, and this is where he's from. So in here, you can buy wheat seeds. I only need 2. So I'm only going to buy 2 because, I mean, these might be reasonable prices. I don't know. And I have a few things that I can sell to him. Hold on just a second. All right, sorry about that. Um, he'll buy stuff from you. I'm gonna sell these berry seeds as well. They're not all that precious. They're 5 apiece, but I don't need them except for making berry farms, and I already have enough uh, for the place that I've got. Over, like, I've never really talked to these people. I don't think they say stuff, or just generic stuff, maybe. Like the gossiping villager. Ever explored a cave? I've heard that caves are home to loads of unique pals. What's more, they're even treasure troves created by pals with a knack for collecting stuff. Give me a shout if you spot any caves, would you? I mean, and I've seen caves. They're the dungeons. Um, Suppose I can talk to this person. Welcome. Haven't seen your face before. Did you come from far away? Must have been a long journey. Take your time and rest up. Oh, really? Can I? No. No, I can't. Maybe in one of these? No. Well, so much for that. This guy, however, is a different merchant. This guy sells several different pals that you may not have come across. Like, for example, this one, which I am going to buy. For one, because I have yet to run into one. And 2, it obviously looks like a cow. So you can put it in your ranch and it will produce milk. And since milk is required for cake, then, it'd be good to have it. But it's also required in several recipes for food. Again, not that I'm going to use it all that much because the berries are pretty much like, I don't know. Berries work for whatever you're doing. Uh, you can, even with two berry farms, you can basically produce enough food for your entire base. And with upgraded pals, these guys are all rank 1 at what they're doing. But if I got like rank 2 and rank 3, uh, like planters and stuff like that, like I don't think. Well, like the life monk here can plant. They can hard. These guys can do a lot of stuff. I might just swap in my old one for Gomos here because they're effectively doing the same thing, and I don't really need to remove anyone because most of these guys haul stuff. Like, this Kilimari has a carrying skill of 2, or transport skill, whatever it is. That doesn't really mean that, like, technically he's better at it. He, but the problem is, like, it only is effective on things like the berry harvest. Because when the berries get harvested, I believe each time you get 10 berries, and they all just drop in one little pile, which is just fine. Um, the higher your transportation skill, the more items you can pick up at one time to carry around. So there's, like, okay, I couldn't really see. Like, he's already grabbed some berries. I was only able to pick up 3. So I think he grabbed 10 berries, maybe, or not 10, 7 berries. Maybe it was 3 berries. I don't know. Um, so they're able to hold more when they carry stuff around. For the most part, that's good. But when, like, you start breaking out these rocks and cutting down the trees, each item is dropped in a stack of 1. So whenever there's just one item on the ground, they're just as effective as a level 1. They're no better. Uh, if you ever get these things to work properly, uh, these guys are supposed to be able to grab stuff out of here and place them in storage. I don't see it happen all that often. Like, I see pals work at these as a higher priority. Like, okay, even this guy started helping out. But I rarely see the haulers actually going here and picking stuff up and transporting it here. Usually, just like at the farm here, where is Vixie? Vixie says that it seems hungry. Oh, there it is. Maybe it was just hiding behind one of the other pals. I get worried because when it says they're hungry and you can't see them, it means that they've got stuck in the terrain. Or something. They're caught on. Like, a lot of times I've seen them stuck on top of the statue. I've seen them in the water down here for some reason. So I do worry whenever I see, like, it says they're hungry and I don't see them anywhere. Spontaneous incapacitation happens as well. You leave your guild area, you go on an exploration, you come back, and it says like two or three of your pals are incapacitated, and you can't find them anywhere. Normally, when something is incapacitated, you have to open up the box here. You have to take whoever's incapacitated, drop them in the box, and wait 10 minutes before they come back. However, and I don't know if this is intended or not, if instead of dropping in the box and waiting 10 minutes, you put them back out, what'll happen is they'll spawn in just like any other thing. They will be unconscious. One of your other hauling pals, the transportation folk, will then come pick them up, put them in a bed, and within a few seconds they will be up and running again. Depending on how bad it is, they might go from incapacitated to major injury, minor injury, and then back to work. So, it might be more than just a few seconds. But it is much less than 10 minutes. And I don't know if that's intentional. However, I was going to make a wheat farm. So I'm going to place this right here. Should be good. I can build that. Again, they're not going to be perfectly lined up, but there's also no grid to assist in lining things up in the first place. So, there we go. What else do I need to finish this up? A mill, which is right here. So wood and stone, we can do that just fine. Gotta place this back here, right next to the wheat farm. I mean, it doesn't need to be right next to the wheat farm. I mean, after all, they're gonna harvest the wheat, they're gonna put it in their feed box. That'll be that. I feel wheat is something that probably shouldn't go in their feed box because it is one of the worst things to eat. It only gives you 6 nutrition. But whatever. I now have a wheat field. I'll start getting wheat. I'll be able to turn it into flour. Then I can use that flour on different types of food. But I think that means we can now upgrade the base one more time. And what time of day is it? Almost nighttime. Is it late enough that I can sleep to the next day? Yes. Yes, it is. Good. Okay. Now I want to go out exploring and gathering up a few more of these ancient things. So let's grab these cooked berries. We'll take half of them for ourselves and our party of pals. The rest we will store in here. 18 and 2. That should be enough for a quick trip. So first of all, I'm going to come over here. Chillet is a fairly easy boss to defeat, so we're going to start with this. I know that there are other level 11 bosses out in the world. I don't really remember where they are. But they're scattered around. Uh, Bosses, like, except the few high level bosses like the Mamoret, they seem to be placed in areas where they seem like they belong, areas that are level equivalent, I guess. All right. Did this guy gain any levels while I was just fooling around? Level 9? I guess that's okay. So if I do this, he is much larger. I can no longer see because... and then I'll just do this. Not really here to capture it this time. Just here to take it down. Ow. And there we go. I was about to try to capture it though, but forgot that Life Monk will just take it down. So there's another 2 ancient parts, some precious pelts, and some much needed leather. That's 23. That's 23. This one is 17. Let's try to fight the cat again and see where that gets us. Open that. Got a megasphere out of that. That's pretty good. Well, pretty good for my level, once again. Alright, and now we can start using the teleport nexus that we've kind of set up. This one's probably easier to get to it from because it is up above, and I now have a glider that I can use. So we'll just head over this way, make sure our stamina is full before going like this. And then just dropping a little bit as we go. Oop. There we are. Now these things should be spawning on a daily basis. Again, I'm not certain if it's attached to the days themselves for sure. It might just be on a timer that goes along with the day. But, you know, if I make the days slower, then it might take longer for these things to appear. So, we're going to start off like this again. Oh. There we go. Alright, there goes my shield. I might just leave him out to take aggro more than anything else. Ow. Goes my shield again. Oh, that one hit. Just not fast enough to dodge that one, though. Ow. He sent me flying. All right. The interesting thing is, I think I hear a lucky pal nearby. You can kind of hear that shiny noise. But that thing's going to be gone before I'm able to get back to it. So, alright, so he is stronger than I can really deal with at the moment. This still should... Okay, I still have my pals with me. So, I can just glide over there. I have never seen that happen, though. I was launched. That should be good enough. I can just run to get my stuff. I couldn't tell what was going on. I think that, okay, with the fact that there's a pile of stuff over here, I think that I defeated him shortly after he took me down. So, the goal was achieved. Okay, and this is where I got the high quality palo oil. Alright, we'll head back over this way. And try to figure out what I want to do next. I think I need leather. So I could either go hunting a bunch of pals, or I could probably go to the merchant and buy a few pieces. And then I can upgrade my armor to something new. And maybe that will help me live a bit longer. So where am I going? Over here, back home. And crafting. Nope, that's the sphere. Crafter. This. So I need 11 pieces of leather. I should be just fine. Like if I go to the small settlement in this area in general, there should be some pals in the area that provide leather. Like these guys, for example. Like so. There's leather and bones. I need bones too, I think. Oh, missed it. And it is just fine to catch rather than kill, because you get the items, you get a new pal, and you get the experience for catching a pal. And then, like back at the village down there, you can sell pals as well. Oh, that was a bit much. But we still got everything from it and capturing the other thing. Of course, the difference between the two is catching them is going to take a slight little bit longer, depending on your catch rate and whatnot. Oh, there's an effigy over there. That's something I want. So pick that up. We'll head over here. So something I've been thinking about this week is like I started playing this because it was requested of me, and I'm glad that people requested it because it is a game that I am certainly enjoying. But temporarily, I swapped out a different game that I was playing in order to uh, start playing this, see if people would want to show up for it and whatnot. Um, that being said, I would like to find a place to, uh, like in my schedule, to continually play this game. So I think um, one of the games I have been playing quite a lot. It's kind of the longest running. Um, I don't know what to consider it, like a series of games. It's been Pokemon, um, but not just one specific Pokemon game. I've played like last three ones that have been made, I think. Um, so Scarlet, uh, Legends Arceus, and Sword and Shield. Um, that's been running since I started my channel. So at this point, we're coming up on a year that I've been playing all three of those consistently for, well, almost every week. There have been some weeks, especially in the past couple of months, that I've had to cancel the game because of things like Christmas and stuff like that. Real life, of course, getting in the way. Um, but I'm also like nearing the end of a lot of it, and I think what I want to do is I want to swap it out, swap Pokemon out for this, so I can then. I mean, it's a similar style of game. Uh, Granted, it is more. Nope. It's like playing Arc rather than Pokemon, but it is similar to Pokemon, I'd say. Uh, okay, caught that one, caught that one. So I think starting next week, I am going to be moving this over to Mondays and playing this, and then coming back to this day. What I replaced was Satisfactory. So I'm gonna get back to playing Satisfactory on, what is today? Wednesday? So I think that's what I'm gonna be doing starting next week. Um, shouldn't be too much of a change, but I just wanted to let people know because I don't want you, you know, showing up next week, Wednesday, finding that not only is this game not being played on the day that you thought it would be, but also that you had missed the next or the latest episode because I switched it over to Monday. Um, So yeah, other than that, I think my schedule should be pretty standard to what it's been. I don't think I'm really close to ending any of the other games. Well, no, I take that back. Hades is getting close to the end. I probably have one or two more sessions left of that to do before I have finished the story. As far as 100% completion, I'm probably not going to be doing that since it seems like the game requires a lot more investment and a lot more skill than I have in playing that game. So I'll be finishing up the story of that and then moving on to some other game. I don't know what yet. I have a few in the works, and some maybe, like some of them may be more thought through than others. I'm going the wrong way. I want to explore this way. Things like that. Right now, I'm thinking it might be Minecraft of some sort. I've mentioned this a few times before on some of my streams. Is I want to play a vanilla Minecraft, seeing what all I've missed in the years and years of playing modded Minecraft, seeing what I am forced to have to do in the game rather than playing the easy modded stuff. And granted, not all Minecraft modded stuff is easy. Oh, another effigy over here. But I'd like to probably not do a completionist run or anything like that, but like maybe an achievement run. Try to abandon mineshaft, huh?
Yep.
Is this a dungeon? No. This is a way to, like, an actual cave. Oh. Ah, these guys are now apparently still trying to attack me. Hold on, let me take care of them. You guys okay? That always gets me. You just sound, you know what? There. So yeah, I've got several plans for both a modded Minecraft game and a vanilla Minecraft game. As the long and short of it. Not sure which I'm gonna do first, but that's kind of why it's in the works. Journal? Yeah. All right. Castaway Day 18. I decided to distance myself from the tower and have begun to explore other areas. There are places in each area that appear to be vast caverns. They appear to have traces of human involvement, and ore can be found throughout them. Could someone have used the pals to dig those holes? I can't help but feel overwhelmed by all the mysteries I'm unable to solve, but my pals have come with me no matter where I go. As long as I have food to give them, that is. Okay, so keep them fed, they'll be happy. This might be a little dark in here. And I am hungry again because I didn't have food in the snack bag. Now, I can't help but notice that it gets light ahead of me, but it just seems pretty dark in here. Maybe that's like the reflection from the sunlight. Oh, I know. Uh, Maybe I shouldn't have thrown the fox sparks right next to the flammable barrel, but oh well. What do we have here? Black Marketeer. Hi. I trade in any kind of PAL, whether it's stolen PALs or even prohibited types. Take a look. Buy or sell contraband. What do they have? Okay, interesting. So I guess this guy has more of the rare type. Level 3 in farming? I should go back to my place and see if I can scrounge up 9,700. And, oh, and selling. Okay, I can just sell any of these that I've gotten. Um, like that. Okay. Um, Let me just clear some of these guys out. I don't need all of them. I caught 10 of them for the quest, and most of them are just sitting in the box anyway. We'll probably sell off anything that has red stats, keep anything that has yellow stats, or gold stats, whatever. Um, this guy, if I'm getting a new um, planter, definitely don't need that one. Bottomless stomach isn't good, brittle. This one has no skills. Don't seem to be getting much for them. Keeping the two electric ones because I don't have many. This one's probably one I can get rid of. Waterproof is a fighting thing. Clumsy, definitely getting rid of. I might need to sell a few more as well. Destructive, don't need it. Coward, don't need it. Sorry, just spending a little bit of time uh, selling some of these now that I know what I can get from this guy. I don't want to sell the cow that I just purchased earlier. It's a pacifist, but whatever. Artisan dire howl, huh? Keep it. Don't want to get rid of the Nightwing. It's the only one I've got. I should, in fact, put that in my party as another mount. Workaholic Chillet. What does it work at? Oh, just harvesting and freezing things. Okay. Clumsy Coward. Don't need it. In fact, I can probably sell all of these Cativas because I can just step a few steps outside my base and find more. Daydream can sell that doesn't have a good skill. This one has 4 skills, one of which is bad, but that's pretty interesting. I should go back and put this Vixie in place of the other one, see if that produces stuff faster. And we'll sell that. We're at 79. I can sell a few more, I think. Alright, all of the chickens have good things going for them. Monkeys I'm probably never going to use. I don't know why, I just probably not going to use them. Um, rush roars. Rush roars? Rush roar? Rush roar. Oh, is that supposed to be like a play on a boar and like a rusher? I don't know. Like they're a fast boar type thing. Um, I don't want to sell any more of the unique ones that I've got, or the one of a kinds. I might have to though. Yeah, we'll get rid of those guys. We've got some penguins. None of these are really exceptional. 94, need 97. So just a couple more. You don't have a skill. You don't have anything. You don't have. There we go. And we'll buy a Petalia. And it counts as catching a new pal. Also, yes, I notice all the guillotines and the nooses and whatnot. I forget if there's a specific name for this contraption. And of course, the cages up above. Alright, I am going to mark this on my map. Follow me, please, so I can see. And it looks like it's nighttime. So right here, what I want this as. Maybe just a star. Let me know that this is something important. Well, not really important, but something I can trade with. And it's nighttime, so I should try to head back. Well, nighttime's almost over. Never mind. But I do want to head back to put that new, the couple of new pals to work. However, the closest waypoint seems to be, or that I can easily get to, is this one to the south. Because the other one requires me to scale a cliff that I don't have the stamina to climb. So we're going to have to head this way. And it does look like there are several waypoints that I can get to. Okay, come on back out so I can see. Hi. Nope. Do not get to do more damage to this thing. And Depresso has few friends because of the perpetually grouchy look on its face, but it is in fact kind-hearted. Alright. Let's head this way to get back to base. Ooh. There's a thing down here. Oh, there goes my stamina. Hold on. There we go.
Yep.
Don't climb the tree. I swear, you're just like Link. As soon as you get anywhere close to something, you try to climb it. back to base. And I'm going to just go ahead and sort these guys again. Petalia. So this one has planting and harvesting and transporting. Planting and harvesting are at 2. So if I replace you, then that should cover 2 of the 3 things needed. Penguin still is required to water things, of course. Yeah, that should work out. And of course there's a bunch of stuff littered around here. Oh, and the other one I wanted to add was the Artisan Vixie. So maybe they'll produce things faster. And we have 1 skill point to spend. So increase weight capacity again. I'm probably going to keep increasing weight capacity until I reach about 1,000. And then maybe more health and stamina at that point. I don't know. Oh, and look at that. It is... Oh, hold on. This is what I was looking for earlier. A Dinosaur. I don't want to attack it here because everything in the base is going to decide to attack it as well. However, it is level 14, so might not be the worst thing. Let me switch over to the higher catching rate. Oh, there's one over here, actually. Hopefully they're far enough away that I don't get both of them at once. So let's bring this guy out. And we're going to do this. Okay, shot it too much. Let's just go ahead and do that. Over here. Put that away. And try to catch it. Like this. There we go. Now, I wanted this one earlier because they have a 2 planting skill. And other than chopping wood, that's pretty much all they do. Since this guy only chops wood, this is a direct improvement. So they'll spend their time over here cutting wood until they're needed for planting. And then they'll quickly rush over here, start planting. Although that one should be helping, I think. Oh, but they can also harvest and stuff. So, yeah. Now we've got enough things for doing that. But I've noticed it's already been 3 hours. So, I think I am going to end the session here for the night. And we'll get back to this on Monday in its new time slot. So, hope y'all enjoyed it. And I will talk to y'all next time. Have a good night.